So we have a bit of a breaking news update for you, one that's come in just about a few minutes ago, and it involves one Heinrich Klaassen. Now, Heinrich Klaassen, of course, is someone who is featured pretty prominently for South Africa in white ball cricket, whether that be ODIs or T20Is. But he has played a few test matches. In fact, he's played about 4 test matches, if memory serves me right. However, a lot of that time has usually been, he's not really been involved in the scheme of things as far as test cricket is concerned. But he has now announced that he is retired from test cricket effective immediately. He's 32 years old, someone who in theory could very well have been in the reckoning for test cricket, given the fact that Quinton de Kock had pretty recently announced his own retirement from the longest format of the game as well. But Klaassen that is, will not be featuring in another test match for South Africa ever again. And it is a bit of a surprising decision in some ways when you consider that this is someone who, despite the fact that he's mostly known as a white ball specialist, someone who can get, quick fire runs, dominate against spinners. He's known as that sort of a player, but he does have a pretty decent first class record. I mean, he's played 85 matches in first class cricket, averages about 46, which is not bad at all when you consider he plays in the middle or lower middle order. But, it's been a start stop test career for him in many ways. He first got a cap in 2019, but overall, he hasn't really lit the stage on fire at all as far as test match cricket. Only 4 caps, and he will in fact now only be focusing on white ball cricket. Don't forget that 2023 saw him amass some very very good runs in terms of his white ball form. He was striking it at about 172.7 in T20s in the year 2023. As for ODIs, he was striking at about 140. So again, he's someone whose white ball cricket, his white ball form to be more specific, definitely showing plenty of promise. But it is very very surprising. And in fact, by his own admission in the statement that he put out, he said that after a few sleepless nights wondering if I'm making the right decision, I've decided to retire from red ball cricket. It's a difficult decision that I've made because it's by far my favorite format of the game. The battles that I faced on and off the field have made me the cricketer I am today. It's been a great journey, and I'm glad I could have represented my country. My baggy test cap is the most precious cap I've ever been handed, and thanks to everyone that has played a part in my red ball career and shaped me into the cricketer I am today. But for now, a new challenge awaits, and I'm looking forward to it. Pretty clearly, he's not very happy with the fact that he's having to announce his retirement, but it's quite possible also that he was given some sort of an indicator from the selectors that, look, you don't really feature in our red ball scheme of things. They prefer sticking with Kyle Viren, who of course was featured in the recent series against India as well, although Viren's returns with the bat were pretty modest at best. So I don't really understand where it is that this decision comes from that you wanted to look past. And again, this is just conjecture. We don't really know. For all you know, the door may have been open to Klaassen if he impressed in first class cricket, but at 32 years, he's probably realized, no, few more years left in my career, may as well focus on being a white ball great. Because again, with white ball, you do have the option not only to potentially, you're playing a lot more for your country as well, because again, pretty much every year there's an ICC tournament going on, but good white ball form will translate to getting some good contracts in, say, he's already part of the IPL, but of course, even around the world nowadays, there's so many leagues that are taking place that he could pretty much be a freelancer if he so chooses. He hasn't said that yet. Right now, his focus remains with South Africa, but if he wants to go that way, what in fact is stopping him? We don't really know, the reasons behind it, but it's definitely Test cricket's loss. I feel that you couldn't actually make a player like Klaassen be an impactful one. But again, it's his decision, and we wish him all the best. So, what are your thoughts though on Klaassen? His sudden retirement and the directions that it could be heading as far as Test cricket now. A lot of players are openly spurning, even in the prime of their careers. It's not a very good look. So you can let us know that in the comments, as well as of course, if you enjoyed our video, don't forget like, share, subscribe, tap that bell. Also, don't forget to download the Sports Club app, and also find us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. For now though, from my side, so bye.